Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. So somebody asked me a very interesting question, my own personal opinion. And the question was, what is my perception of contraception, given that I am for the birth of all humans? That means not murdering your child in the womb. So you understand that the person understands that I believe that abortion, murdering, infanticide is bad, right? Let me put that in super lowbrow terms. Infanticide is bad. All infanticide is bad in my book. So they said, what about contraception? Is that bad in my book too? And I said, I debate with myself and I haven't come to terms with a few floating ideas. And what are those ideas? There are those in power who use contraception as population control. Abortion is population control. That's all it is. And trying to get a woman to think that it's her body, it's so ridiculous. First of all, that is ridiculous on its face. As a scientist, as a humanist, that's ridiculous on its face. Abortion uses population control. The genocide of the Black American has been committed through abortion. It was started in Planned Parenthood openly. Margaret Sanger openly said, we need to kill, murder, get rid of the black race universally. She is the founder of Planned Parenthood. So if there's any debate about Planned Parenthood being for women, that's all a lie. Since 1970, 50 million babies, Black American babies, have been murdered in the womb. They have done more than any Nazi, any KKK, any brown shirt, any red shirt, any white supremacist could have ever done to simply convince black women to go in and murder their child in the womb. Oh my God, that is fantastic. That's just gangbusters. That's just amazing. And that black women would fall for it. And that other black women who are not the woman doing the abortion are promoting and cheering. You're so stupid. Abortion is population control, and genocide has been committed against Black Americans willingly. You're cattle. You're a bunch of cows. You know, they just corral you into the line, and then shook, you're dead. And you willingly go into the line. And you have all the other black women on the sidelines cheering, yay, girl, you go, take control of your life. No, you just murdered a black human. That's what just happened. You didn't gain control over anything. You have people standing up in Congress and said, I survived abortion and I'm a successful human. Now, that's the entire debate. That entire debate is floating around when I think about contraception, right? Population control is contraception at the most basic level. The sexual revolution wasn't a revolution. It's population control run amok. Why? Because the sexual revolution destroyed the family unit. The entire concept of sex, of marriage before sex, was completely destroyed. And it was perpetrated by the powers that be through women. Oh, let's have a sexual revolution. Women can choose their partner. You've always been in control of choosing your partner, idiots. No, it was the man. You can say no, idiots. The days of arranged marriages are gone, long gone. In the United States, those are less long gone. That's an ancient concept. Although I've been through it, it's an ancient concept in the United States. It was always the woman that chose the partner. Hello? And ultimately, you don't want to sleep around. Ultimately, you do not want to sleep around. What does that gain you? Nothing. You see what it gains you. 2015, you see exactly what sleeping around gains you. And people didn't think that through, the whole sexual revolution thing. Let's burn our bras. And who was behind that? Do you think women were behind that? No. Corporations were behind that. Let me paint the picture for you. I'm a paint by numbers here, since everybody's so stupid they can't see what's going on in front of them. What happened during World War II? The corporation said, hey, women, come out of the house. Your husband's not home. Come work for us. And they paid them pennies on the dollar. Oh, they liked that. They didn't need Negroes then. They really didn't need Negroes then. They could get women and pay them what they paid Negroes. And they were white women, so then they didn't have to be around Negroes. So it was like manna from heaven. And when the men all came back from the war, they said, oh, wait a minute, we don't want you to go back home. We don't want to have to pay Negroes. Where are you going? You can't go back home. Oh, so they made sure they got towards women. Oh, women are a minority. Since when have women been a minority? Women have never been a minority. Never. By nobody's definition has women been a minority. They completely rewrote history. What is a homemaker, quote unquote, housewife? She's the one that took care of the house, took care of the family. The man was the workhorse. That's all the man was. But the man demanded more money. Why? Because the man is taking care of a woman and children at home. You can't pay him pennies on the dollar. You see the whole dynamic that's shifting there? So they said, oh, how can we get women out of the house again? How can we bring them back to work? You know what? We don't have to pay them pennies on the dollar. Just by virtue of women working, wages are going to be lowered. Why? Because there's more people to choose from for positions. Oh, you know what? This position doesn't pay $20 anymore. And if you don't like it, you can stuff it because we got 10 women coming right behind you and we're going to pay them $10 an hour. Now, this is what we're talking about way back when. $10 an hour might not seem all that bad today, but we're talking about way back when $10 an hour was something, huh? But $20 an hour was really something. If you double the labor pool by introducing women into the labor pool, you lower wages across the board just by virtue of women working. This is straight economics. How do we stop women from leaving work because they're pregnant? Well, we got to destroy the family. Sexual revolution, creating an image of independence for women. You've come a long way, baby. That's the advertisement to get women to start smoking, to keep promoting that a woman, you don't need a man. You don't need a husband, ultimately, right? So when I say the powers that be are working against the family or working against humanity, this is what's going on. I don't just have one thought, I have 100 thoughts. This is what's going on. So when I say the powers that be, I really mean that the powers that be are colluding against men and women, humanity, period. How can we stop women from having children and leaving work? Because although you want to talk about women not being paid equal wage, it's a lie. First of all, women have far more benefits than men because they can take off for pregnancy and all this other stuff. Well, how can we stop that whole pregnancy crap? We can destroy the family. That'll sew that right up. But you know what? They don't have to be married to get pregnant anymore. Now their morals are so low that they'll just have sex without being married. How can we stop that? Contraception, IUDs, PDQs, FYZ, I don't know. Contraception. And then they say, oh, we're going to promote it as healthcare, as part of your health. Lie, complete lie. But then I think about the pragmatic individual. I made a video talking about you first, you first, you first. So the opposite side of that debate is that you as a human. And I don't know how to come to terms with those two opposing views. What do you think? Thank you for watching the Shakaama Live Show.